Hey Phoebe, yeah, I just spoke with a woman who has a brother and a sister who are both teachers at Abundant Life Christian School, and she says that her brother told her, again, this not confirmed by police, that someone opened fire, a student, inside the library. So we're still trying to figure out if that information is valid. We're going to be speaking with police here, hopefully in the next 5 or 10 minutes or so. But again, this is the reunification spot just across the street from the Quick Trip here at Buckeye Road and Stoughton Road. This is where parents are being told to go to meet up with their students, although that might take quite some time to get everyone accounted for and get everyone sent over here. But as you can see, lots of emergency vehicles at this SSM Health Clinic as parents frantically show up. I spoke with one parent who told me that they were feeling terrified at the moment. They didn't know what to think. They were at a loss for words, and he was just trying to rush over to get there as quickly as he could to get any information at all that he could get about his students' well-being right now. But again, parents experiencing their absolute worst day of their lives probably right now as they try to figure out exactly what's happening here. We've been told that there was going to be a press conference here at this media staging area at about 12:15, which is obviously any minute now. So we're still waiting on that, and hopefully that we can get some basic information from police as far as what is happening. But what you're looking at right now is you're looking at this health clinic just about a mile or so down the road from Abundant Life Christian School. Lots of police officers, lots of paramedics. There's a fire truck in the parking lot, as well as parents continue to file into the lobby there of this health clinic looking for any kind of answers. Police originally told us to come here as the media staging area to this health clinic. We parked in that parking lot, and then when they saw we had a camera, they told us that the media staging area is going to be at the Quick Trip, and they were hoping that parents were going to come here. I ran into a few parents who just didn't want to talk. Obviously, they are going through a lot right now, and they are just trying to show up and just figure out any information about their loved ones up the street here at the Abundant Life Christian School. So we're going to stay here on the scene, hopefully speak with Madison Police here very shortly. I saw the public information officer. She is on scene. She's usually the one who disseminates information to the media, which then we give out to you. So hopefully we can speak with her in just a moment here, and we'll carry that press conference live as soon as that happens. But again, hopefully that happens any minute now. But reporting from the east side here, I'm Tim Elliott for 15 News. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Okay, so if you guys can hear,
Yeah.
the chief is about to come out.
Okay.
When we have questions at the end. Not a lot we can share at this time,
Sure.
but we're going to have Dylan point to every outlet. We'll be able to ask one question. That way everyone's not talking over one another.
Very good. Thanks, Trav.
Yep.
Yep.
You guys hear that? Yeah. So when the chief comes out here, we know everyone's going to want to ask a question. Dylan will point to each outlet, and right here you're going to ask the question that way.
Do you want to get right here? I'll duck down once he starts talking. I guess that's good right there, too. I think that's fine. Hey, the chief should be coming out here pretty soon.
Standing right here. Now with questions, we're just going to go on this way, and just he'll be here to answer whatever you need.
So I'll kind of like duck down. Yeah, I'll duck, yeah. He's going to be
Right here. Is everyone? You can go like tiny to here.
Yeah. I'm going to swap down. I'm sorry, one more time. Have I heard you at all?
Yeah.
Why? Because you're in my...
Yeah.
I can hear you. Okay.
Okay, I can hear you. We're waiting for Chief to come out steps and to be prepared.
He'll be here in a second. I'm gonna step right there.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Chief Barnes is expected to come out here any minute now. We're still waiting on him. We were told about 12:15 he'd be coming out, but we're just waiting a couple more minutes, it seems like, for Chief Barnes to give the media a briefing here. We have media from really all over the state, it seems, covering this shooting that just took place right up the road here, just a mile or so. And as the parents here are still showing up, going to the parking lot at the Dean Health Clinic or the SSM Health Clinic across the street, trying to reunite with their students, which we know will be a lengthy process as they try to account for all the students who are at that school. But again, we're still waiting on Chief Sean Barnes from the Madison Police Department to be out here. He should be out here any minute, and of course, we'll bring you that press conference live as soon as he steps out here. But he's been briefed inside the Quick Trip, I've been told, and he should be out here any minute. So as soon as that happens, we will bring it to you live. But for now, we'll send it back to you, Gabriella and Phoebe.
There's not a lot of cars coming in, so.
I will.
One thing you go help with this, just letting parents know too that how to get through here. They'll look through if they come on through Buckeye. They just say they're a parent. It's the reunification center. Yeah, you know where to go. There's a quick push down the road. Yes, you can go.
Glad I got changed out of my suit, though. Hey, here he comes.
He's coming.
Yeah, we see the chief just getting out of his vehicle right now and making his way over. We just saw him get out of a black SUV over there, so we're just waiting for him to step on over here and brief the media. Obviously, a lot of information, a lot of moving parts happening right now, so we're waiting on the chief. He's getting some last second information as he walks over here. If you want to point over there a little bit and show Chief walking up here with his fellow officers.
Okay, we're ready? Usually this is where I start and I say thank you for coming and talk about how important the media is to our community. But the truth is today is a sad, sad day, not only for Madison, but for our entire country. We're yet another police chief press conference to speak about violence in our community, specifically in one of the places that's most sacred to me as someone who loves education and to someone who has children that are in schools. So I'm gonna tell you what I know. I'll answer any questions that I can. There'll be a secondary briefing that our PIO will let you know about, okay? Today, around 10:57 a.m., our officers were responding to a call of an active shooter at the Abundant Life Christian School here in Madison. When officers arrived, they found multiple victims suffering from gunshot wounds. We train on this almost quarterly. The last time we trained on this as commanders was approximately 2 weeks ago. The protocols are simple. Stop the killing, stop the dying, find out who's doing this. And the officers did that, and they did that adamantly. We had officers from around the county and around the state that came in support of this particular incident. Officers located a juvenile who they believe was responsible for this, deceased in the building. Additionally, the officers began administering life-saving efforts to anyone who was wounded and making sure that those persons were transported. What we know is that a total of about 7 persons were transported from this scene to area hospitals for treatment. We know that at least 3 people have lost their lives, including a juvenile person. I don't have any other information about those persons who have lost their lives, and I'm not going to release that until we have, of course, spoken with family members and ensuring that they are fully aware of this tragic, tragic scene that occurred today. I want to thank all of the law enforcement partners and community members that came out to help. Our friends at the ATF. I've gotten calls from my friends at the FBI, the State Patrol, the Sheriff's Office, Monona Police Department, our fire department. It goes on and on and on. Because this is something that we all prepare for, but we hope we never have to do. As you can see, we have a Reunification Center that was immediately set up where parents and guardians and loved ones and grandparents wanted to get information about their loved ones, and we wanted to make sure that they were unified immediately. So we were doing more than one thing at one time. We're still going through methodically clearing that school, clearing every vehicle, and making certain that there's no other threats to this community, which we believe there are none. We immediately alerted our mayor's office, and I've been on the phone with her and her office constantly. We also alerted Madison schools. We put the schools on lockdown, but there's no threats to the MMSD schools at this time. But we wanted to make sure that we did our due diligence in this particular case. Again, we're still going through collecting evidence, collecting information, making sure that our community is safe from what is a sad day for our community and for our country. And we have to do a little bit better. I don't have all the answers that you want right now, but I will tell you this. We have some of the best officers in the entire country. Our detectives are amazing. We're going to go and work hard and go through this scene so that we can piece together what exactly happened. Again, there'll be another briefing in about 2 hours, and if I have additional information, I will certainly let you know what that information is. Again, around 10:57 a.m., officers responded to an active shooter. They responded per our protocol. They found the person who they believe was responsible, who was down, deceased. We know that it's juvenile. We know that there are other persons who have lost their lives. We know that we've transported about people after giving them life-saving measures. It's important to notice, too, that about 3 miles from here is our training center. Today, our special event team medics were in training. And so they got to practice in real time. They left the training center immediately and came down here and doing in real time what they were actually practicing for. And that's why training is so important and making sure that we can provide the best possible training and the best possible response for our community members. I'm asking everyone to send your heartfelt wishes and prayers and thoughts yet again to a community, but this time it's my community. Dylan?
Yeah. Can we start over here with
Sure.
questions?
Chief, you mentioned you're a father. You're the police chief here in Madison. What emotions are you feeling right now after going through all that?
To be honest with you, I'm feeling a little dismayed now. So close to Christmas. Every child, every person in that building is a victim and will be a victim forever. And these types of trauma don't just go away. And we need to figure out and try to piece together what exactly happened. And right now, my heart is heavy for my community. My heart is heavy for Madison, and we have to come together as a community and figure out what happened here and make sure that it doesn't happen in any other place that should be a refuge for students in our community.
Right there.
What sort of gun-related policies, if any, were in place? Did the school have metal detectors?
I'm not aware that the school had metal detectors, nor should schools have metal detectors. It's a safe space. So I don't know. Again, it is a private Christian school. It is not under the authority of MMSDs, and that is something that we would have to look into.
Chief, of the 7 victims, how many are students? How many are teachers?
I'm not going to give any information about who the victims are, whether they're students, staff, or parents, because we need to make sure that we can notify people. I think that's the most important thing before we go any further.
But police didn't. They never fired their weapons.
That is
She took her own
correct.
life, correct?
I don't know if it's a male or a female, but the police department did not fire their weapons. Thank you.
Scott, are there 3 fatalities you mentioned, including the suspected shooter?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
3 total.
That's correct.
Are the 7 that was transported, are the 3 fatalities within that 7 or addition to that?
Yes, within that 7. Yes, thank you.
Was the shooter a student at the school?
We believe the shooter was a student at the school. Yes.
What can you tell us about the status of the other transports?
We know that they range from minor injuries to life-threatening. I know that's a huge, spectrum, but that's what we know now. And so we need everyone, again, to send your thoughts and your prayers out to them. One thing I do know is that we have some of the best medical care in the country here in Madison, and so we hope that everyone will recover, but at this time, we don't know.
So we did just get an update from our command post. 5 deceased at this time, 5 injured. So total 10.
You know what kind of gun was used?
Again, this is a ever evolving situation. Just hearing that, what does that make you think? How does that make you feel? That we have to do a better job in our community on a Monday, right? So close to Christmas that we're updating victims. And so there's a lot of work that has to be done. And we're committed to doing that work. We just ask for your patience. I think the most important part is the reunification, again, that we spoke about, making sure that those persons who were in the schools, whether they're staff, students, or what have you, are reunified, and we have done that. Again, I want to say thank you to all our partners. Again, our friends are here from the ATF. They're going to help us. I heard the question about the gun. I don't know yet, which is why we have a great partnership with the ATF that will help us determine the origin of this gun and where it happened. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and we will have another press conference. Stephanie has the location.
We're doing 2:30 at Fire Station 14 in their community room. 2:30, Fire Station 14.
Steph,
Okay.
can you confirm the 5 who are dead? Does that include the shooter?
That doesn't
It
include
was.
Are the victims students, teachers, a mix?
Yeah. Again, we're not going to talk about that until we notify all the families that may be involved. Again, this is
Is this a
again
17-year-old
again
girl?
this is
Is
an
this a 17-year-old girl, Chief?
ever evolving situation, and we're trying to figure it out. What did you say, man?
Has the school been cleared? Are all the students out of the
The school has been through a secondary clearing. We're doing another one now with the help of bomb dogs, just in case. We want to clear vehicles and things of that nature. So we're going to take our time, and we're going to go through, and we're going to do everything that we can. So thank you very much, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, at Fire Station 14 in the community room.
Are the students still in the school right now on lockdown? They're out. Okay, thank you. Okay, that was Chief Sean Barnes right there from the Madison Police Department, and you heard the update mid-press conference right there. We now know that 5 people are dead, including the shooter, so we have 4 victims here, and it appears the shooter took their own life as well, and then 5 other people injured, taken to the hospital, for a total of 10 people altogether affected like this that have been hurt. And you know, hearing that mid-press conference, that number just increase like that, it's hard to hear on a day like today, on a Monday morning. You know, you drop your kid off at school, and some parents aren't going to go home with their child later today. So it's tough to hear. And the chief, you know, obviously very shaken up by what has happened this morning in his community, as he should be. A lot of parents still rushing to the scene as we held that press conference right there. We know, again, as we said, the shooter took their own life. Not much information right now on the victims. Not much information about the gun that was used, the shooter. The details is what we're still trying to figure out. But the big headline here: 4 people shot and killed. The shooter taking their own life, for a total of 5 people who are dead here, and again 5 more people who are in the hospital right now with injuries that vary from minor injuries to life-threatening, as the chief said. So the next press conference update will be at about 2:30. We'll get updated information then, but for now, that's just a lot of information to swallow for a lot of people. So my heart and everyone here at 15 News goes out to this community here at the Abundant Life Christian School. So we'll send it back to you in the studio for more about this breaking and developing story, guys.
another update as to the information that we have as everything is coming together? So Chief Sean Barnes of Madison Police Department did confirm the 5 people lost their lives. That includes the juvenile who was the suspect. She would not get her head was
I know. I tried to get her to duck. I think she did eventually.
my fingers.
Ice. My point's over there, battery's over there. The point man. Yeah. Okay. Probably the lobby or the police.
That's what I'm on, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe just the scene like lied.
I'm as far in.
That's as far as it goes, yeah. That's as far as it zooms. Watch the dog do.
Parents who are trying to reunify with their loved ones have gotten into this area and are now doing so. There are also first building again that is SSN Health and medical group. You can see us standing nearby over here just to make sure everything is going the way that it is at the moment. You can see closer down to Stilton Road, there's a community outlet here, but closer down to Stilton Road, they still have that area blocked off. So still redirect traffic. That was happening for me.
Well, it's been just a steady trickle of parents showing up here at the clinic here behind me. They turn off of Stoughton Road. They're not quite sure where to go, where to park. And if you are coming here, if you are a parent of a loved one, you come down here Buckeye Road, you take a right onto Buckeye off of Stoughton, and you kind of can tuck around here to the clinic. There's a big parking lot in the back. And parents seem to be a little bewildered, you know, understandably. They're frantic, trying to figure out where to go, trying to gather their thoughts, trying to gather the right words to express how they're feeling as they come here to this clinic here behind me. But, you know, as a parent, it's just an unfathomable day right now. You're sitting at work, you get a phone call like this that there's been a shooting at your son or daughter's school, and just you rush to the scene, just trying to get there as fast as you can. I just can't imagine what these parents are going through right now. But there is a lot of first responders here behind me. I'll step out of the way. We can zoom in a little bit. We got Madison police officers, Dane County Sheriff's deputies, there's paramedics, there's fire trucks here. A lot of people waiting to direct parents as they show up and head into the lobby. Again, these parents are frantic. They don't know what to think, what to do, so they head into the lobby, and I'm assuming that's where they're hopefully getting some more information from police about what is happening. But We just interviewed Police Chief Sean Barnes about 10 minutes ago. He briefed the large contingent of media folks who are here from all over the state about what happened. He initially told us that 3 people are dead, and then toward the end of the press conference, we learned that in real time that 5 people are dead, including the shooter here, and 5 people taken to the hospital. So just an absolute sad, tragic day for everyone a part of the Madison community. For this to happen at this private school, which is just simply a mile up the road from here on Buckeye Road, it's hard to wrap your head around as a parent. Is an absolute nightmare scenario, and I just can't imagine what those parents and family members, loved ones, and friends are going through right now. So a hard day for the entire community, but we're going to stay here on the scene. Chief Sean Barnes says he's going to give another update at about 2:30, so we got some time between now and then, and hopefully we learn some more information. But my role right now is to kind of just hopefully talk to some parents who are showing up here on the scene, and hopefully I can interview them about how they're doing here in this moment in time. Reporting live from the east side of Madison, I'm Tim Elliott for 15 News. Back to you in the studio.
These batteries are dead. We don't have any more.
What battery?
The mic.
Like that?
This one.
Oh, I might have some more in my bag.
run back to the car, but they're.
Go ahead.
I don't know if they're gonna take us. So
Okay.
I'm saying.
I mean,
so
I could always
think
just do it myself.
It's okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
My emotions hit me a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, ugh. Can't wait to get Ty later. Yeah.
Can I get a white balance on your flag?
Sure. Yeah, the flow of parents has kind of subsided just a bit. I haven't seen many vehicles arriving here on the scene and parents getting out of their vehicles and running up to the lobby of this SSM Health Clinic here behind me. But the intersection of Stoughton Road and Buckeye Road just to my left up here is still filled with emergency vehicles, police officers directing traffic, letting parents know who might come here now to turn right onto Buckeye and head to this clinic right here. This part of Buckeye Road just up to my right here. This is where Abundant Life Christian School is, and that section of the road is shut down right now, and only emergency vehicles are being let through at the moment. But I did speak with a parent probably about 40 minutes ago or so. He arrived on the scene. He parked his SUV across the street, kind of where the media is staging right here near me. He ran across the street, and then a couple minutes later he was running back, and I asked him, you know, why are you coming back? He's like, I forgot my cell phone. I'm frantic right now. And I asked him, how are you feeling? He said, I'm absolutely terrified at the moment. He said he couldn't gather his thoughts. He couldn't find the right words. He told me he has two children that go to Abundant Life Christian School. And as we've been saying since we broke in with our coverage here on this breaking news story, we don't know who the victims are right now. We just know that 4 people were shot and killed, and the shooter then took their own life. Again, that happening earlier this morning, excuse me, just up the road here at Abundant Life Christian School. So the information is what is of importance right now for parents. They want to know if their student is okay. Where are their students at this moment? All that information hopefully being divulged inside that clinic right here behind me as parents, again, are told to come here inside the lobby of this health clinic where police have been hopefully briefing them and letting them know what's happening next, and hopefully letting them know that their child is okay. Those children still being accounted for. They're doing that sweep of Abundant Life Christian School. As we heard Chief John Barnes say not long ago, there is no more threat. But again, the shooter has taken their own life, so that threat has been eliminated at this time. But again, 4 people. We're not sure if they're students, teachers, maybe a mix of students and teachers. We know 4 people were killed and 5 more taken to the hospital with injuries ranging anywhere from minor injuries to life-threatening. That's what the chief had to say earlier this morning. Again, the chief is going to update the media at roughly 2:30, but in the meantime, we're going to try to figure out if we can speak with any parents just about how they're feeling in this very terrible and emotional day here on the east side of Madison. Reporting live from the east side, I'm Tim Elliott for 15 News. We'll send it back to you, Phoebe and Gabriella, in the studio. My AirPod died, but I got a second one.
Switch ears.
I also have my regular IFB, but I don't have a dongle.
have a dongle, but I wouldn't be able to hear cues too.
Yeah,
I wonder
I could ask her if he has a dongle.
where did Meg and Marcus go? Because they.
Yeah, where are they at? You call me back, sorry.
Elizabeth is doing a local news live hit right now, so we are the only live chat option until about 1:05.
Okay. I can't feel my fingers up. Thank you. Yeah.
You could see that a fire truck was pulled up here, kind of to give some privacy to those who are reunited with their loved ones today.
I'll move. Okay.
They are still blocking that spot. People as needed. They were asking people to avoid this area if you came back because you're in this area. Coming from the other side of Buckeye Road, there's going to be a little bit still blocking this area. Now, at the time, we know that 5 people tragically lost their lives in this incident and 5 additional people were injured. The 5 people who were killed, that doesn't include the juvenile suspects that people
Yeah, I'm going to step out of the way right away here so you can kind of see what's happening behind me at this SSM Health Clinic on the intersection of Buckeye Road and Stoughton Road. As you can see in the distance up there, there's a lot of emergency personnel still on the scene, huddled together, talking together. Parents, the flow of parents has pretty much subsided here as far as parents arriving on the scene looking to reunite with their student, or at least looking to get some information here regarding what is happening here. I see one parent that I did speak with earlier. He told me that he has 2 kids that go to this school. He's terrified right now. I'm sure that's the emotion a lot of these parents are experiencing as they await more information. But we know that 4 students were shot and killed here at Abundant Life Christian School, the shooter then taking their own life. So a total of 5 people killed earlier this morning on Madison's east side inside that school. A lot of the students there obviously terrified about what happened here. They were probably unsure what was happening as it was going on, and now parents are getting that phone call that no parent wants to get, where it's, hey, there's been a shooting at your student's school, you need to come here quick. And that's exactly what a lot of these parents did. They showed up frantic. They showed up as fast as they could. I witnessed a lot of them running from their cars, running into the clinic there across the street, but also a lot of them running up the sidewalk toward the school, obviously unaware that they were supposed to go inside this clinic here for the information that they're after. But again, it's going to be a long day of trying to sort out everything that's happened so far this morning. These parents, dropping their kids off to school Monday morning, just like they do every day, and expecting to pick them up in the afternoon, and then have to deal with this is just so hard to process for a lot of people. It's a terrible day, as Chief Sean Barnes had mentioned. This community suffers as a whole when something like this happens, especially when you have 4 people killed. And those 4 victims, we don't have any information on them, whether they're students or teachers or a mixture of both. We're still trying to get that information, but Chief Barnes says he's going to be giving another press conference later today at around 2:30 in the afternoon. So we'll update the media then on what any new information that he has. Hopefully that'll come soon at 2:30. Some more information, but we'll have to wait and see. But for now, we're going to stay on the scene here and try to get some parents to talk to us exactly about what they're feeling in this moment. But parents, for the most part, have stayed across the street at that clinic. So hopefully we can catch one or two as they leave here, maybe to head back to their car real quick or something like that. So we'll check in with them. But for now, Phoebe and Gabriella, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
I'm gonna run across quickly.
What are you going to do?
Run across to the car foot.
Okay.
Do
You might talk to that cop and
Yeah.
make sure.
Can I run across there? Can I get something on my car? No? Okay. Huh?
They like walk me.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could probably have them walk.
Yeah, can you walk me?
Yeah, or
But
ask
like they
her.
won't let you go off. So.
Sounds like it.
I'll ask.
Okay. They'll probably take us sooner than anyway, so.
Yeah. Man, that parent I talked with is gone. He left.
I mean, they're getting kids to their. How's your phone battery? Mine's like,
I'm like at
mine are both low.
30%, maybe 35.
I'm gonna go ask Meg if she can run to
Is
our
she here?
car. She's over here. At this time, there isn't.
Brooklyn, she can't go to our car either. Why would she be allowed to go to the car?
Well, they're right there.
If you want to go to the car, you got to ask him to walk you to the car.
But they're not.
You know what I mean?
But I went to walk across
Right,
the street and he
right.
told me no when I went to walk across the street.
I would just walk across the street and clearly walk up to him. You know what I mean? So he knows you're coming to him. And say, hey, I got to get to my car. You want to walk me to my car? I
Okay.
think, here, wait, I have the key. Do you
I
have the,
do.
you do? Okay.
Should I do it after your next hit?
You-
I don't know. how soon
yeah,
it
I
is.
can always just turn the camera, the thing around and step in front of it.
Every inch of that property just to make sure that everybody's out and safe. Now I'm going to step aside here. This is the reunification site. So we're trying to get those officers to keep police officers are trying to keep everybody kind of on this side of the road of the high road. This is the closest that we can get at this time to that reunification center. Again, that is at SSM Health Community Medical Group. This is the information that we have at this time. Police Chief Barnes said he is not able to share this time the demographics of those who were injured. He cannot say if they were students, teachers, Eric, he wasn't able to specify them.
You told me we're not allowed in that lot at all.
been moved back down to 3. That is the number that they went with earlier. Now we're trying to confirm if this does
Whew.
the suspect. Morgan may have said that it does, right?
Yeah.
They believe that a juvenile is responsible for this. Besides here, again, this is the reunification site. First responders have moved this fire truck here. My guess is to provide some sort of fire control that they need to run inside.
Yeah, we're kind of in this holding pattern right now, I think. We had that press conference from Chief Sean Barnes at about 12:30, so not that long ago, about a half hour ago. That's when he briefed us with the numbers. We know that 4 people are dead, shot and killed by the shooter then taking their own life, so we know that 5 people in all are dead. We also know 5 more people taken to the hospital with injuries ranging from minor to life-threatening, the chief said. So that's where we're at right now. Where I'm at right now, this is Stoughton Road and Buckeye Road, the intersection. This is where parents have been told all morning long to come and reunite with their student, hopefully here, as they gather information to police. I haven't seen any students here, like, physically being reunited with their parents, but the parents have been going in, and I haven't been seeing many parents come out. So police are actually telling us to stay on this side of the street. They don't want us bothering those parents right now. They think that they want to leave the parents enough time to process what's happening right now. So they're asking the media to be respectful of that. But we've seen plenty of parents park across the street here, run across the street. But again, the number of parents showing up here, that number has subsided. The flow of parents has subsided. Pretty much everyone who showed up earlier is in that building right now. I haven't seen many people come out of it right now. But again, authorities are directing people here at the intersection of Buckeye Road and Stoughton Road where to go. The intersection congested right now with emergency vehicles. Also, the school right up the road here to my right. So this is kind of the intermediary between the school and parents when they turn right here onto Buckeye Road. So we're going to stay here on the scene. Not quite sure what the plan is for parents going forward here, if they're staying in there until their students physically get dropped off here. If that's how it's going to work, we're going to have to wait and see. But again, we're kind of in this holding pattern at the moment as you'll wait to hear from some parents about what the process is here going forward. Reporting live from the east side, I'm Tim Elliott for 15 News. Back to you guys in the studio. What? Wow. Do you want to go inside Quick Trip and warm up for a minute? Some parents right there, maybe.
I'm gonna go with Mega Shoes Gloves.
Okay. It's not.
Just Kurt. I thought that was a live car.
Oh, I saw the live car. I think Christian drove it or something.
Coming from the opposite side of the high road, it doesn't look like that is blocked off either, but heading, I believe it's on Buckeye Road. They are still directing people as needed. They want people to avoid this area. Again, the next briefing will be at the facility at Fire Station 15, where they will share more details with us as they
That's so messed up.
we have shared what we know so far. This is that everything is still
I mean, it's better news, but
Huh?
it's better news, but
Yeah. I'm gonna see if there's like some parents coming. I'm gonna try. Excuse me, you guys parents by chance?
Yes, sir.
Yes. How's everybody doing?
A lot better now.
Yeah? You got good news?
Well,
yeah.
Yeah?
she's the one that talks.
Do you mind if we talk to you real quick? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay.
I haven't talked to you. I don't know if that's
What's that? I'm sorry?
somebody did talk to me already. I
Oh,
don't know
okay.
if
Was it blonde? Elizabeth? Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay.
Right up the road?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well do it again if that's okay.
Sure. All right. We'll see you later.
Did you go on live with her?
No.
No, okay.
All right. I'll love you back.
Hey, can you come to me, Abby? What's your name?
Bethany.
Bethany, I'm Tim. Good to meet you. What'd they tell you?
A lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
I was just out shopping and I get a call from my mom, very disturbing, trying to tell me to keep calm before anything was spoken. She lives fairly close to the school, so she was able to see,
Yeah.
the action of all the police and whatnot. And she was informed that there was an active shooter. So I immediately, run out of the store. I get here as soon as possible. I call my husband. My sister also works at the school, so I kind of was able to get some update eventually from
Yeah.
her. But they're not really telling us too much. I don't think anything is really too known as much. But my daughter's okay. I was able to FaceTime her in there.
I'm probably going to ask you this all over again.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
Because we're going to do it live in just a moment if that's
Okay.
okay. But I'm trying to get their attention to come to me. So,
Okay.
go ahead. Sorry.
What did your sister say? Who works at the school?
She's just a TA.
But what did she see? What did she hear? What did she say about the incident?
I don't know any details on that. I was just briefly able to see my daughter through something very traumatic and just let her know that I was
close to the church because I was just there, and that's all I
Can you please come to me, Abby?
What did your daughter do? I mean, you FaceTimed her?
Or
Where was she?
briefly.
Where was she?
They were being held. I don't know if I'm supposed to disclose any of this kind of information, but
So it's over.
she's safe. As far as I know, I don't know. I really don't know any details. I mean, we're just as hungry for what's going on as I'm sure all of you are.
How did you find out about this? Were you watching the news, or how did you hear about this, and what kind of were your next steps?
My mother lives close to the school, so she could see the cops and did get some information from a source that obviously is in relation to the school. It went down, and that's all I knew about that. And then I immediately came as close as I possibly could.
Hey, can we get your name?
Bethany.
Bethany, Bethany.
Yes.
And what's your last name, Bethany?
Hi, man.
How do you spell that?
Highman.
And how old's your daughter?
Yes, I'm available. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just stopped and talked with this parent right here. Bethany, do you mind if I grab you real quick and chat with you? Okay. You're a parent here of a student at Abundant Life Christian Church. Can you tell us what happened here this morning?
I don't have a lot of information. I just know there was an active shooter, and that's about it. I really don't have a ton to say. All I know is that it was a traumatic experience that I had to get here as soon as possible, as close as I possibly could. And that's about it. I mean, I know that my daughter is safe from what I've heard, and I have a peace in knowing that. My heart and my prayers go out to everyone affected in this, all the parents, the children.
Did you get a chance to speak with your daughter?
I did have a brief second that I did get to talk to her.
And what was that like?
Surreal. You don't think you're gonna go through this, you know. And like I've said before, I bring my daughter to school knowing well that this happens in the world, that people are struggling, and I pray for my daughter's safety. I pray for the entire school's safety. I pray for the hearts of the students, the teachers, the staff members. It's a very real thing, and I'm very aware that the world is like this. But my faith lies in God alone, and I have that peace knowing that He is gracious to us, and that's how I'm getting through this.
How old is your daughter?
I would rather not.
Sure. That's
disclose
okay.
that.
What do you plan on talking with her about later today when you can finally be with her?
I'm going to just be there as much as I possibly can, allow her to really open up in any way she wants to, help her know there's a safe place she can tell me anything if she needs to, and if she's not ready, I'm going to give her the space. I'm going to read her body language as much as I can, just to really be that safe spot for her. I'm going to pray with her. I'm going to remind her who our God is, that He is faithful, and do the best I can.
Can you take me back to that moment this morning? Did you get a phone call saying there was a shooting at your daughter's school?
I did, from my mother, yeah.
And what was that moment like for you, hearing that?
She told me to stay calm, and I was assuming, everything in the world but this, and not this. And as soon as it happened, I mean, your world, it stops for a minute. Everything is just, nothing else matters. There's nobody around you. You just bolt for the door and try to do everything you can as a parent to be by your kids.
Any emotions that you're feeling now? Are you angry at all? Do you feel any emotions that you weren't expecting?
There's a little bit of anger, obviously. You don't, I guess, of the unknown, not knowing why this happens. Obviously, heart-wrenching, devastation for the families. I have that peace within me for my own family, but obviously you can't explain something that you're not going through, so I guess I'm just still trying to understand, navigate what's going on. It doesn't really seem real at this point.
And any message to the viewers at home who might be watching and, feeling for you in this moment and your community?
The world stuff is going to happen. It's always going to happen. There's always a why. There's always kids that need something. The mental health in this country needs to change. God needs to be put first and foremost. He is good all the time, and I will stand on that. Nobody can prepare for the devastation that you're going to feel in your life, but one thing is true, and that's what I stand by.
All right, Bethany, thank you so much.
Bethany, are these conversations you've had maybe had prepared for or trained for in any way?
The school does run training or drills, yeah. So they are. I haven't had to, I felt, really dive deep into this matter. I didn't want to scare her, but I am the type of person where I know that I need to be upfront with my kid about these types of things. I'm not fearful of that. I just want to make sure that she's in the right mindset and she's mature enough to be able to understand and really grasp the concept. I know the world is changing, these things are happening, and I'm very open with my kids. I try to be as honest as I can and appropriate as I can where they can understand it from their viewpoint. But
Can you spell your last name again, please?
Highman.
Bethany.
Yes.
Where's your daughter right now?
I don't know if I'm supposed to disclose that information.
Did she give you any indication about what happened this
No.
morning?
It was very briefly, high and by, just to know she was okay.
And you gave her a hug?
I did not see her, no.
Didn't see her, but got to talk to her on the phone.
What updates are you hearing at this point? I mean, what are the next steps as a mom that you're expecting? What are you waiting for right now?
Personally?
Yeah.
Oof. I don't know who's prepared for any of this, really. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna just gather with community, family, with my daughter, and I would rather, as far as like physical steps I'm gonna take right now, I'd rather keep that.
And what about just, as a parent in general, is the district keeping you updated? What have you heard, and what are the next steps as you wait for answers?
Nothing definite. Honestly, nothing definite right now. So we are just waiting, praying, and that's all I can say about that. I am not disclosing her age. Bethany, Highman.
Bethany, thank you.
Thank you.
So much. All right, so parents have to go through something as terrible as this on this Monday here in Madison. You heard Bethany, behind the scenes look at what happened this morning for her. She got that phone call from her mother saying there was a shooting at her daughter's school. She rushed over here and was able to have a quick second on the phone with her daughter. So you definitely feel for people like Bethany, those parents having to go through something as awful as what they've gone through today. But we're going to stay here on the scene, try to talk to some more parents as well as they kind of trickle out of this clinic over here on the east side of Madison. But for now, I'm Tim Elliott reporting on the east side. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
Our media card is full. My phone is almost dead.
Okay. You think we're getting replaced?
I don't know. I have not heard anything.
Okay.
1:30.
Sorry.
So I can't feel where I'm at.
You want to go warm up in the car? Go ahead. Why don't you go warm up in the car? I got Kurt here.
Is it on?
What's up? Yummy.
So, looks like I saw in that camera of yours that your batteries, your media is almost all filled up.
Yep.
How much of that is today, and how much of it is it from old stuff that you can
Probably
delete?
half. Delete, yeah.
Are you going to be out here longer? What's your?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm with Mark. I'm going to meet with Mark. He's
Okay.
coming out here now. I don't
Okay.
know if he's relieving you or not.
I would hope that that would be the case. I do have to go get time from school, but I'm not quite sure.
We need to get Christian back too.
Yeah,
'Cause he needs
but
to
like
out
they're
there.
being really weird about. We're parked in that lot.
Well, there's 3 dead, possibly more.
What's that?
There's 3 dead, possibly more, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, no, we
Okay, you know
we,
that.
we know that. Yeah, that press conference.
No, I don't know how.
What'd you drop over there?
Huh?
What'd you drop?
Drop what?
Something.
Camera.
Oh, it was a
Yeah,
cat.
so busy getting on here shook with your camera didn't have its peaking on, didn't have its zebras on, didn't have its filter off. I was looking over her shoulder and everything was fucked up on your camera. So I don't know. Not where you said that was already on.
I don't know why.
Off.
What?
I don't know if that was something that was on or off.
I don't know why on a breaking news situation why you're not shooting stuff
Because I have to be
with the live shots.
It's just too much right now.
What's that?
These buses are bringing the kids in right now.
Oh. Yes, we just saw one of those city buses that Elizabeth was just talking about pull into this parking lot, about to pull into the parking lot here of this SSM Health Clinic. I looked inside the bus. There seemed to be students inside that bus. They are now being hopefully reunified with their parents. This is the very first bus that I've seen come through. It's a pretty large bus, looks like a double back-to-back bus right here, a Metro City bus, and it is going to go straight, it looks like, to the lobby, the front doors of this SSM Health Dean Medical Group clinic right here. As parents, we know, have been waiting inside this clinic for quite some time, hours on end now, just hoping to be reunited with their parents. We spoke, or with their children. We spoke with that one parent who said she was able to speak briefly with her child over the phone, but that was it. And you got to imagine that a lot of these parents are going to be given pretty big hugs here in just a couple of seconds as this bus looks like it's coming to a stop here and the doors are opening. I don't know if we can't get a good vantage point shot from right here. We are kind of far away and there are several vehicles blocking our viewpoint, I believe, but I do see the door is now open. And it looks like some people are heading on right now. It looks like some Madison police officers might be boarding that bus, probably going to let the kids know what the next step is. So, yeah, we're not going to show the kids' faces here as they get off the bus, if they get off right here or if they pull a little closer to the clinic right there. But that seems to be what's happening right now, is that these students are being bussed in here from the school, which is just a half mile or a little bit more up the road here, on the bus where it's warm, and then they'll be taken right here to this clinic where they will be reunified with their parents. So that's going to be certainly a happy moment for a lot of parents and their children. That hug, I got to imagine, got to feel like the best hug you've ever gotten if you are going through something like this with your child being away for several hours after terrible news like this happening. But yeah, that's the first bus. There looks to be a comfort dog as well. I just saw a comfort dog. I hear a couple of them barking too. Yeah, a couple of comfort dogs are on the scene. A lot of those police departments employ comfort canines where they come on the scene and they help alleviate some of the anxiety and fear and stress that comes along with a traumatic situation like this. So those golden retriever dogs are now on the scene as well. As these parents and students get ready to reunite for the first time since this morning when they dropped them off for school. So we'll stay here on the scene and keep you updated on what's happening. But for now, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio. Oh my gosh.
Do we want to go down there?
Where?
I mean, we're not gonna film the kids getting off.
Yeah, I guess maybe out of the. Yeah, let's go down there. Kurt's down there, I guess, isn't it? Kurt's right here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe he'll head down there. Hello. Are you guys retrieving us?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we're supposed to go back, or?
It was unclear.
Oh, okay.
Said go. So we were told to just come out.
Okay.
Lee is also.
What's that?
Lee is also.
Yeah. Okay. I'll call Jess and see what she wants to
Do you
do.
know where Jason is? Because I have his battery.
I think. Or even up the road at the actual
So I might have
school.
to hike there and.
I'm not quite sure what.
Don't let you in there.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think we're allowed to go past there.
I don't think we're.
Mother there. What's her last name? M-A-N or M-E-N? It was M-A-N, right?
Bethany?
Yeah.
Or her last name?
Her last name.
I don't remember her last name. Sorry, I
No,
got
it's
it
all
on
good.
tape, but
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah,
no, it's all good.
I apologize. Woo.
Do you have?
I texted Jess.
Yes.
You're gonna need them. Okay.
Yes. I have a hat and gloves. You texted her?
Yeah. I didn't want to disconnect from the.
No, yeah. It's weird. Yeah. I can't like move my computer.
I have an extra pair of socks if you need it in
That's
my
okay.
car.
My feet are okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know how we're gonna get out of here.
I know all of your stuff is in the car. Worst comes to worst.
Where'd you guys park?
We parked around the back of the quick trip.
Okay.
So you could always take ours because we'll
Oh
be
yeah,
here
that's a good
while,
point.
And then figure it out. Come back here.
I'll try to get ours first, just to.
So my house keys in that car. So
Yeah, you got to do. Okay.
No rush, obviously.
Yeah. I'm gonna go sit in this car for a second. Is this car on, Christian? Okay. Oh, thanks. Woo! What's up? Oh, really? Oh my God. Yeah. I have not, and I am ready in a minute, yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fine, you're fine. Look at his gloves. Yeah, I think the police are trying to keep that moment between parents and their children as private as possible. We can't get a good vantage point over there. It's kind of farther away, and there's a bunch of vehicles in the parking lot, pretty much just blocking our view at the moment. But we know those reunions are happening. Hopefully right now inside the lobby right there, maybe even inside the bus, as parents eagerly await that moment when they can hug their child once again after having probably the worst morning, the worst day of their lives, running over here as fast as they can, frantically trying to figure out what was going on. We saw parents here earlier this morning that were parking and getting out of their car and running up the road toward the school, not knowing that they were supposed to go here to the clinic, and this is where they were going to be briefed by authorities, and they were going to tell them, hey, this is the plan going forward as we kind of work through something like this. There's steps that have to be they have to go through when something like this happens. Students have to be accounted for, make sure everybody's safe. They were taken out of the building, we know that, and eventually put on these buses, this first bus over here, and then brought here to this Dean Health Clinic just on the intersection of Badger Road and Buckeye Road and Buckeye Road and Stoughton Road, excuse me. But yes, this is the good part of today, this moment of beautiful reuniting between parents and kids. An absolute tragedy this morning, though. Don't want to miss that, though, that 3 people are dead, 2 of them shot and killed, the third person, the shooter, taking their own life. And we know that several more injured, and at the hospital at this moment, some of them suffering minor injuries. The chief said anywhere from minor injuries to life-threatening injuries. So a lot of people still having a pretty rough time with what's happening here. It's hard to process for a lot of these parents. It's overwhelming. It's hard to think about where you go from here. You know, we spoke with that one parent who I asked her, what are you going to do when you get home with your daughter who has just been through something as traumatic as this? And she had kind of mentioned, I'm just going to kind of feel her out, look at her body language, see how she's doing. I'll ask her what she wants, what she may need, and let her go through her process. So it's so fresh, it's so new for a lot of these students, a lot of these parents. They see it on the news way too often these days that something like this happens at a school somewhere far away, but today it's happened right here in Madison at their school, at Abundant Life Christian School. So a difficult day for many, but also a beautiful moment hopefully happening for a lot of parents where they get to grab their child and know that they can tuck them in safely in bed tonight. So that's what a lot of parents are doing right now, and we're anticipating hopefully more buses coming this way. As we know, that a lot of kids went to that school right up there, just up the road here on Buckeye Road. So we'll send it back to you in the studio, Gabriella and Phoebe. I'll stay here on the scene and hopefully maybe talk with another parent or two. Go sit in the car for 5 minutes in the driver's seat. Yeah, thanks, man. Ooh.
I gotta go. Jason told me that. Jason told me to bring your guys' lobby to take to Braden's alley.
Ooh, the cart. Nice. The wagon. Smart.
Heard that you did
What's that?
a beautiful job.
Oh, thank you. Whew. Yeah. Did you get called in just now? Yeah. Yeah.
No. Maybe?
I called you just when this stuff started happening.
No, I didn't. I didn't see it.
Let me make sure I have your number right. 'Cause, nobody tried calling you.
Yeah, I called Brody back. He called me. I'm fulfilling 4.42.
I'm gonna create this right now. So. Is that your Is that your desk number?
Yeah, that's my current desk number.
608 what?
444.
Whew.
0447?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. So 2:30 still time they're talking about?
That's the last I heard,
Did they-
yeah.
Where did they have it last time?
Just literally right here on this little patch of grass.
Looks like they might be talking to somebody.
You've had a second pair of gloves this whole time?
My hands get a little sweaty.
You do have two hats on.
I got a muff.
What is it?
And then a hat.
A muff.
Ear muff.
Oh.
And then a hat. So we have one parent so far.
I also got another parent running up, and I was running. Oh, thank you. I was running with him. He's like, "I'm terrified." So that would be like a good like nap pop kind of thing, but I don't think it's like a.
And all that in the system.
Yeah. Brooklyn said she was recording, so I don't know though.
Okay. Is that your camera right there?
Yeah. Yeah, Kurt, can you do the camera? They want to talk to me.
Media's full on this. So you can't record
I haven't heard anything yet. She just said, "Are you ready?"
where they're at currently, and just kind of getting the updates on that lockdown and everything. But and yeah, and then I talked to a neighbor nearby. I think the biggest thing that he pointed out was just that he was saying that he was never as stereotypical about it in his community. I always hear about the news, but to have it right in your backyard is something different. So that's all I got for now for you, Eric. But for now, reporting live from Nashville, I know how the research.
Yeah, I spoke with a parent not long ago. She was walking up to the scene after walking up this area. She said she was able to speak with her child on the phone. She wasn't able to see her in person, but was able to speak with her over the phone very briefly and was able to check in with her daughter. Her daughter is safe, and she was just absolutely ecstatic that her daughter is okay. So that's hopefully what some parents are experiencing right now behind me at this SSM Health Clinic here at the intersection of Stoughton Road and Buckeye Road, where parents are being slowly reunited with their children. We saw a bus pull up here, a Metro City bus pull up and park in this parking lot. It looked like there were students in that bus. It was a rather large bus, so a lot of kids were inside, and hopefully those children are being reunited with their families right now. We still know a lot of kids are still down there where Elizabeth was reporting from earlier this morning, so they're not here yet, but hopefully those city buses are making the rounds and they'll be here with their parents very shortly. But we are expecting to hear once again from Chief Sean Barnes here, hopefully shortly, in about 40 minutes or so. He briefed the media at around 12:15, 12:30 today and told us that there would be another media briefing around 2:30. We do know that 3 people are dead. One of those people includes the shooter. We don't know the other 2 victims, if they're students, teachers, or what grade they are in, how old they are, boy or girl. We don't have any of that information. So that's the kind of information we're looking to confirm next, hopefully when we hear from the chief around 2:30. Another thing that we're looking here for is parents who are walking up, being reunited with their children. Again, I spoke with that one parent, but most of the parents have been inside that building for a few hours now as they await information and their student to arrive here at the clinic here at the intersection of Stoughton Road and Buckeye Road. So a very fluid situation. Early on when we got here, authorities were trying to figure out what the best way was to tackle this, with media arriving on the scene, multiple different law enforcement agencies arriving on the scene, and of course hordes of family who were family members and parents and friends who were showing up, just trying to get answers and trying to get their loved ones in their arms here. But we were told the media staging area was there. We were then shortly kicked out of that parking lot of the clinic because they want to give parents and students some privacy as they have that reunification moment that is going to be oh so special for those parents and those students to hold their children once again. A lot of these parents, dropped their children off at school earlier this morning, just a few hours before they came rushing back to this school, to this area, to see if their child was okay. So we're hoping to speak with parents after they get reunited with their children, because that for sure is going to be a special moment on a day like today, and with Christmas taking place next week, the holidays may be a little extra special for those families who are coming together. This school, just a half mile or so up the road, a Christian school. A lot of the parents I spoke with, several of them, their faith playing a role in this morning. So definitely a difficult day for a lot of people, but they are relying on their faith as they move forward here today. Reporting live from the east side, I'm Tim Elliott for 15 News. We'll send it back to you, Gabriella and Phoebe, in the studio.
He got it.
Nice.
I had everything.
Wait,
in
got what?
our car.
Who?
Christian got our car.
Oh, good. Okay, the game's on
to the
change.
fire station.
You are?
So you're
Jess
taking
wants
her
us
to
to
you?
go live
Okay,
immediately. I think we're
just
going to take
had
a live view. Vanessa's live view.
You're keeping the
Okay,
TV
where is she?
or
She's
Okay.
there?
in the Mark is coming here.
What the hell is this, your cat? Okay,
We
so
gotta
as soon
go
as
up,
Mark
yeah.
gets here, I'm out of here, kind of thing?
Yeah,
Sounds
hand
like-
off with him. And
Cool.
Okay, but you guys have a live view or TV that you're getting? Coming. Okay, cool. Should I leave? Did you hear what
Jason's-
what were they at? Fire station.
I don't know which
They said in the press conference.
It's in the
Okay.
team somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's no longer here?
Not the 231.
I can take it. I
She
gotta go
wants
back
us
to the
live
station anyway.
by
Okay.
2:15 or
All right.
earlier. So we're gonna go.
Bye, guys.
So when I
Do
was
you
up
have
there,
that key?
yeah, it's in the car.
It's in the car. Okay.
Yeah. So when I was up there, the police. Yeah, you can.
You sure?
As long as you're out here, you can have them.
Okay.
And it's deer blood. It's not anything else. We wash them.
Oh, that. Oh, okay. It's all good.
With Elizabeth. With Elizabeth. With Elizabeth.
So
No,
I don't know.
they went together.
But there's his bed.
Should I walk down there? I don't know how. I guess I'm waiting for Mark to get here.
Yeah.
Because then I'll go back with you guys to the station.
Oh, you're gonna come back with us?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Take the
gotta go
drone back too.
I'll take the
Put it
drone
back
back
in the car.
Sounds good.
How'd you get the car? You just asked him? They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
I just walked in. I asked this guy, and
Yeah.
then the guy. I literally walked up to the doors.
Yeah.
Always help just asking
like,
first
yeah.
before you.
Yeah, it's full anyways.
Yeah, just pop that out. Head out. I don't want to do
Break it
that.
down.
I'm all self-contained.
You're up and you're good. Your TV's up.
Yep, I'm self-contained. I'm ready to go.
But do you need his mic and his receiver for a lead?
I'm not going to use that.
Okay.
Still putting in a receiver and all? I have a hardwire and a receiver.
Oh, okay.
All right. They wouldn't let me walk down there to give him these batteries.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah, it's just this guy is cracked at the base of it. Here's Mark. Is there anyone coming down from the station yet? Anybody else?
Yeah, Tabitha and
Oh, Cabot's already here.
they already went down the east side
So Mills isn't coming here?
No, I'm leaving those today.
Oh,
Too much of an issue with getting her here, so we're just
yeah, it's not a big deal.
not the first choice.
It's not a big deal, you know. I'm sure there was some kind of
You're the one that stayed.
extracurricular thing, and you have no family, so you're not going.
Yeah.
You're Madison's favorite stepdad.
That's true. Uncle. There you go. Creepy stepmother. Can you hold that for a second?
That's okay. He already dropped his camera.
For the first time in years.
I almost didn't grab my warmer coat because it was pretty warm today. And then I did just in case.
It was warmer this morning.
Yeah.
I got colder. So am I good to go?
Yeah, I think I'm taking over for you.
Okay.
So,
She just said go live, but I can go one more time.
okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
They want you live?
Yeah. Is a reporter ready to go live? I said.
No. Hang on.
I need a microphone.
Yeah, I know. One thing at a time.
I think I'll do one more hit.
Yeah.
For now.
Sorry.
So now I gotta somehow get RS, get my IFE so I can hear what the heck's going on.
So I call you in with me?
No, I'll use ClearCom. Hopefully that won't be a problem.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hang on. But am I ready? Jesus.
Yeah, I've been anticipating more buses coming this way with children from Abundant Life, which is just up the road here, but still it's just been the one bus thus far. That bus, though, was a considerable size, so there were quite a few students on that bus that were meeting up with their parents here at this lobby at this SSM Health Clinic. But again, yeah, just the one bus so far, but we know several hundred students go to that school, which is just up the road, K through 12, so you have a wide age range of children here that attend this school. But you alluded to that parent that I spoke about a little later this morning. When I first arrived on the scene, I found a father who was frantic. He was running up and down the street trying to find where he should go. He forgot his phone in his car. He ran back to get his phone. He said he was terrified. He's got two children that go to this school, and he was just trying to find out some information. He ran in the building, and I haven't seen him since. So I'm assuming he's still inside. Another parent, a mother, walked up, said she was able to speak with her daughter telling her she was okay, that you weren't able to see each other in person, but were able to speak over the phone very briefly, and that's all that she needed, was to know that her daughter was okay and that she could and try to get some more information from the officers. But that reunification that we've been talking about all morning long, happening right here behind me inside this lobby, we're thinking, right at this health clinic behind me, which, as you mentioned, is now closed as well. And I heard you guys bring up the comfort dogs, the therapy dogs. I saw several of those dogs here in the parking lot heading on into the clinic. Those dogs, of course, used in emergency situations where trauma happens to children. They help relieve their stress, their anxiety during a terrible situation like this. I also heard you guys mention the cases of water that were being dropped off for the first responders up the road at the school. Those cases of water came from right here at this Quick Trip. We saw them wheeling it out on a cart and literally walking it up this big hill right here on this sidewalk, taking it to those first responders. So you guys mentioned in times of trouble, in times of bad things happening like this, look for the helpers, and those were definitely the helpers right there. So this is what happens after a situation goes down like this, a tragedy like this. People come together and they support one another, and we're seeing that here in the Madison community, and that's one thing you'd like to see when something as terrible as this happens today. But we're still awaiting an update from the Madison Police Chief. We're hoping to get that at around will be taking place at a fire station nearby, so we'll have a crew there that will bring you that information live as that happens in just a little bit here. But for now, the reunification process still taking place. It's been a slow burn for a lot of these parents who are probably very eager to get their hands around their children for probably the best hug they're ever going to get in their life, right here today behind me at the intersection of Stoughton Road and Buckeye Road. But we'll send it back to you in the studio as the rain starts to come down here on the east side of Madison.
It's one quick over.
I wasn't hearing anything on RS2.
Did we?
Were they giving you any directions at all?
Yeah, I hear.
It was just a few. It was just rap, but that's yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Do
here.
we have indication when Mark's doing hits, when you're doing hits?
I'm not sure.
Watch out, guys. There's one. Yeah, I know. Jesus. Perfect. Great day. Great day.
I just got to figure out what I'm going to say really fast before we take live. This is Haley Townsend. What'd you say?
I mean, they were on.
Can you guys hear me? Hello, testing 1, 2, 3.
I can hear you.
Yes, you can reference the room and I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're at Fire Station 14 right now. We're waiting for the new 2:30 press conference brief. As you can see, I mean, it is absolutely packed in there. There's a lot of people that are eager to find out more information, including our team, and we will keep you updated on what we know as it continues. The last update that we do have from MPD is that 3 are dead in the Madison Abundant Life Christian School shooting this morning. We will keep you updated with what we find out. We are working to find out the responding agencies and just some updates on the injuries that have taken place. Press conference here. I believe that some people from MPD, Chief Barnes, will be letting us know that information.